Hey y'all, so today we have a little bit of a different video and I have a special guest apparently. But as you can tell by the title of the video, that not only do I like to paint my face, but I also like to paint furniture. It's been a hobby of mine for quite some time, several years now. I'd say probably 90% of our furniture is repurposed, repainted, basically giveaways that people are giving away for free or I found on the side of the road, which is the case with this. So I just love to paint furniture. It's relaxing for me. I feel like you can turn something pretty ugly into something pretty beautiful. And I've always had a lot of questions over the years from people just about what paint I use, to the method I use to paint. So I figured, why not share it with you? Somebody out there might, you know, find this helpful. So this is Jade, by the way. She's gonna be my little buddy. But anyways, we are in my garage, so that is why the lighting is horrible. I look a mess. I'm in my paint clothes, but that's okay. So this is a piece that I'm gonna show you today. This is the original. This is what the top looks like. I'll pick up the camera so you can see a little bit better the before shot, you know, the top. It's pretty beat up. The drawers. Now I have already taken off the hardware. It's just your typical ugly hardware. So you can see that's what it looked like before. And this was the kind of hardware on each drawer. So it has 3 drawers and a long drawer I've got over there. Now I have already done some prep work, which is very easy. I always take off the handles and replace them. Some people will take them off to save money and just spray paint with a different color. But the handles or the knobs that I picked up, I got for $2 a piece. So for $8, new knobs, give it a fresh new look. This is the knob that I'm actually gonna replace. This is what they look like. You can just pick them up at Lowe's. But what you will need is obviously your piece of furniture. What I like to do, this was very dirty, very filthy, covered in spider webs and dirt. So I like to give it a good vacuum just with the shop vac, vacuum out all the drawers, give it a good wipe down, clean it really, really well. Then I remove the hardware and then I will fill in and sand down the holes where the old hardware was. So you can see where the old holes were for that hardware. And what I like to use for that is this product called Drydex. This is there, you can just pick it up at Lowe's. Comes in a tube. Now, the reason I like this is it comes out pink, but then it dries white. So you know when it's completely dry and ready to sand down. So what I like to do with this is I'll just take the tube and fill the hole, and then once it is dried white, I know it's ready to sand down. Then I give it a good sand and we're ready. Now, the question I get asked the most is about the paint I use. I've used everything from like the Miss Mustard Seeds milk paint to the Annie Sloan's chalk paint to regular, I don't even know what you call it. I guess just regular latex paint from Lowe's that you pick out a color and they mix for you. But today I'm actually going to try something different. So this is also like a first review. I'm actually going to be trying the Dixie Bell chalk mineral paint colors. I will put their website down below so you can find a dealer for this. And I don't know if you can order straight from their website, but they have a ton of colors. This is the 8-ounce jar and I got mine at a local store here for $10.95. And the reason I like using these types of paints, like the Annie Sloan chalk paint, this is along the same lines, is there's no prep work. You don't have to sand, you don't have to prime, you don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna go straight on this piece with no prep work. And also about this, it also works on metal, wood, all kinds of textures and finishes with no priming and prep work. It's so easy. I talked to the girl about this when I was buying it. She said it also dries really fast. So by the time you're done with your first coat, you should be ready to go ahead and apply your second coat, because I am very impatient when I'm painting a piece of furniture. I want it done right now. And then at my store, they just gave me a little printout about it. It basically just says, just, you know, remove dust and grime from your piece before you paint. You can distress it, which I will show you how to do that as well. I always distress my furniture because my style is actually very rustic, kind of shabby chic Anyways, so yeah. Does it say anything special about this that I need to tell you? Nope. All right, so we're just gonna get started. I am first, oh, and a paintbrush. I just use a cheap old paintbrush. I think it's like $2 at Lowe's, and I'm just gonna go straight into the can. Now, it does say about this that the longer the lid is off, the drier it can get. If it does dry out, just add a little bit of water and shake it. So you just wanna give it a good shake, and then you're ready to go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the camera, show you the top, you know, kind of around the sides of the piece. And then I'm gonna have the camera going while I paint this. And then I'm just gonna kind of speed it up because it's gonna be kind of boring sitting here watching me paint. And plus it's probably gonna take a little while. So, Jade, honey, I know you're so excited. Yes, she's so excited. Okay, so let me show you. So this, you can see just how beat up this piece of furniture is. And I actually like that. I feel like the more beat up, the more personality it gives. The sides aren't too bad. So yeah, that is what it looks like. There are the drawers over there. So I can't wait to see this finished. so we just finished the first coat. I'm a sweaty, nasty mess covered in paint. I'm a very, very, very sloppy painter. There are some people out there I have seen firsthand that can paint without a drop getting anywhere. I'm not the person. So, I don't know if you could really tell from the video, but I pretty much just slop it on there. This is the first coat. There's really no rhyme or reason. I try to get all the brush strokes out, but that's why I like distressing furniture, because honestly, the more messy, the better. And you know, I'm just gonna beat it up and sand it really well once it's done anyways. And that is what it looks like after the first coat. And with this paint, it did say that the brush strokes, you will see some brush strokes, but that they will dry. When it dries, you know, they'll kind of go away. But first impression of this paint, you guys, I'm loving this paint. I don't know if you could really tell when I used it. It is very opaque, very thick. It covers evenly. It covers great. It's like a no fuss. You pretty much slap it on and you're good to go. So I am very impressed with this paint. I wish I'd discovered it a long time ago. You know, like 10 pieces of furniture ago. It would have made my life a whole lot easier. But I did not tell y'all the shade I'm using. It is the shade Drop Cloth. So again, I'll put Dixie Bell's link down below so you can look at all of their colors. They did just come out with a bunch for spring 2015. This is not one of them. I think this is one of their original colors. But I'm just going to carry on and do the second coat. Ooh, gosh, looking a mess. This is what it looks like after the second coat. And FYI, I don't do inside the drawers or the back. Some people do. I don't. Call it lazy, call it impatient. I just don't do it. So the back is still like that. I just don't see the point. And here are the drawers. So we're just gonna let that dry and then come back and do the fun part. So this is it after 2 coats. Most of the brush strokes are out, so it's pretty opaque. There's Jade checking it out. There's the drawers over there. So this is the fun part. This is where we get to add the knobs, distress it, and this is where it really just comes to life and you really see just how beautiful it's gonna be when it's finished. So what I like to do is, you can completely measure the center of the drawer if you would like. I pretty much eyeball it. That's probably not the best way to do it, but I do. I just eyeball it and drill it. So I've got the drill here. So I'm just going to drill holes, and I'll record doing this as well. I'm just going to drill holes in the center of each drawer, and then I've got the knobs over here. So I've got all my knobs with the screws. It does come with 2 size screws. I'm going to use the smallest screw because the drawer is not that thick. So then I'll just switch the drill bit over, screw these in, and then we'll start distressing. So here is the finished project. Jade's checking it out, make sure she likes it. But there is what it looks like distressed. I usually like to do like a few random pieces kind of in the center there. You don't want it to be perfect. Make sure you get all the edges. And again, you can distress it as much as you'd like or as little. Sometimes I'll even go through and distress the top, but I kind of like this just like this. So if you would like to see more videos like this, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.